Okay. Hello, hello, hello. We are getting started here. Okay, let's get everything set up. Okay, cool. Alright, what do we have here? Contact, contract switch as well, guys. It's a pretty interesting day here. It's a consolidation day, looks like. Not really seeing much after the 10 a.m. open here. Welcome back, guys. We haven't had a stream in like 2 days, last two trading days. Good to be back, but also not good to be back because price action is just so the delivery has been so mid. So we'll try to see if we can find something for today. I'm happy with just any base hits at all. Any green today is a win. 15-minute BISI and 5-minute BISI will set the bias for PM. Yeah, I can see that. The 15-minute has been pretty good at least. Just nothing to see right now. I want to see market structure. I feel like price action has been really easy, from like September all the way to like November, end of November. Now we're starting December. It is getting off. I can see why some of the ICT traders do avoid this price action because it's not the cleanest. And I always say it before, I'm like, I mean, I can trade any price action. But yeah, the delivery has just been very slow. When a 5-minute breaker, let me see. Yeah, I tried to trade AM today. I didn't see anything I liked, so I just, it was just seek and destroy with no good targets for me to aim for, like high probability targets. Assuming you're talking about this as the breaker here, I'll mark it out. This is a very large breaker. What do you guys think? Let me do the bias chart. I'm gonna have to. I feel like when we're in all-time high price action, it's even with someone with experience, like 5 years experience, they were like, "How do we trade this?" I know how to trade them when it's easy, when it's like good targets and market structure, but when you're in all-time high conditions and there's no good like structure, it's a recipe for disaster there. But yeah, anyways, we can still talk about prop firms or any psychology. It doesn't have to be exclusively trading for the stream if there's no good action. Let's look at the poll here. That's not a breaker. I think it still qualifies as a breaker whether we have like a low here, we have a high, low, high, sweep these lows here, which I think did take some liquidity. ES is much better here because we think we did sweep some, and then we had a closure displacement through the highs. This is not the best quality breaker, but it is a breaker. I'm not sure why some of you saying that it's not a breaker. It doesn't have to be a good one. But yeah, I'll read chat, guys. If you guys want to ask me anything, talk about prop firms, talk about anything at all while we're just waiting for something to happen. There's a Reaper inside that breaker. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what a Reaper is. I feel like it was like that one point where ICT was making a lot of new terms, like 2023, I think, or late 2023. It's like Reaper or something, Reaper Fit Value maybe. And like I stopped looking at new content since like I don't know how long. I definitely didn't watch any 2023, 2024. It's a favorite. It's inversion off of it inversion. So similar to like a BPR then. What happens if you get moved to live for trade file, for example? How many contracts you use? I think I'm live with all four firms right now. I'm gonna type it out so people don't get confused. This Top Step, ETF, TradeFi. TradeFi hasn't started yet, as well as Tick hasn't started yet either. They're setting me up. But based off like what I read with them and what I talked to them about, it's just one contract or one account. They either consolidate all your accounts or just the one that qualifies is based on discretion. So they'll group them together. Let's say you have 5 accounts. If they're all qualified, or if they want to pull in all, if they're like 8,000 each, 5 accounts, that'll be 40,000 in a live count. And then I think they just start you with whatever max contract that was. Like, so if it's 150K, it'll be 15 contracts. You can negotiate the size if you want to with them. I think it'll take some trade days though for them to see some results. And so far, I haven't seen any live with benefits yet. The benefits I'm talking about, like, is there salary? Is there a performance bonus? Is there anything that would be better than a live account, like a personal account? Because you have to give them 90-10 split, right? You have to wait for payouts. You have to follow their rules. You can't trade certain times. You can't swing overnight, let's say. All that thing you can do with a live count. So the difference is you can, if possible, the best case would just be withdraw all your live cash account when you can, and then just fund your own personal account. So until they have like any good benefits with that, I think that's the route that a lot of people are going to take, and a lot of people that I would be recommending. So let's say like Tick Trader, the next firm that I might be on board, I think they're going to load me up like $20,000, like 3 accounts that qualifies. If there's no good rules, I might just look to take a base hits and then try to like, if there's usually like you need a certain amount of days. After that, you can withdraw all your money. I might just be doing that too. Yeah, trade alongside your personal. That's like the best route. Are you trading with Apex? Yeah. I started building some accounts. I don't have 20 accounts with them. I have 5, I think. Yeah, 5. I'm gonna try to get some more. Damn. They stopped doing. This is a 90% sale for like 2 days. So you know how all these prop firms are just tightening up. They want better profit margins. It looks like. And they're not competing with each other anymore. They're just focused on growth. What do you mean by base hits? You're new here. Welcome, Matthew. Base hits to me is basically like, imagine a regular trade for you. Let's say like a good trade for you. You make $1,000. The base hits of that would be like a quarter of that, just very quick in and out, but it's high probability. It's all relative though, so I don't want to say a number. But the idea is you do small profits than what you usually do, but across many accounts or just repeat it daily. So base hits repeated over a whole month with a high win rate, it accumulates to something like big. Base hits for like 2 days is not gonna mean anything. It's gonna be like, oh, you made a few $100. But yeah, I don't know if I like just this area right now. This area just sucks. We're like kind of in the equilibrium of the range so far. If we're looking at like the New York open range, we're just back in the middle of it. NQ ES is trying to get up higher, so I do like that. If we can start moving up higher, I might look for longs there. But yeah, how many of you guys are live with any prop firms right now? I just want to like press one if you're live with any prop firms, like currently. If you're not live anymore, don't comment. But just like right now, because not many people are live with prop firms. People do freak out. Like let's say on my socials when I post about live accounts, they're like, no, the benefit sucks. It's like, well, you have to really get to the live stage first before you can complain about it. About like 15 people, 10, 15 people. People are waiting to see if Apex want to push people live. Just funny. All right, let me see the bias. So 150 votes so far, 41% is saying bullish. I might lean with a bias with you guys because I'm just so starstruck of like where to look at. Except this, we have this bullish breaker which has been holding. I do want to see higher prices. I don't know where to target, where to enter when it's just stuck right here. Oh shit, Choi B is live with Apex. Can you elaborate on your experience with your live with Apex and whether like how many accounts do you have? What balance was it? Like how many trading days? Like if you can disclose some of those information so the viewers here can see. Oh, we have FOMC tomorrow too. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's probably why price action is like a little bit sluggish. But yeah, I do want to hear some details from Troy with his live experience for Apex because you don't really see that at all. I'm gonna be honest, like no one is live on Apex or like it's not like no one, but like very little people on social media. I can like name like 10, 20 people live with Top Step. I can name a lot live with My Fun Features, but Apex is like maybe they have some, maybe there are some that does have social, which is fine, but you just don't hear about it. 50 account, one account with over 4,000. They switch you over to live with only one account and it's only 4,000 mounts. That's interesting. Yeah, but how have you guys been trading so far the last, let's say, 2 weeks? So I think the first week of December was good. We're talking about the last 2 weeks. We're talking about this week, last week, basically the last like 7, 8 trading days. Very bad price action, bad blue field counts. I think this is where prop firms do make a lot of money. Just price action is so bad that like, or it's not like it's any price action is tradable, but you thrive more in the conditions that you're used to, and not many people are used to deliveries that are this bad to them. So that's why a lot of people are struggling. Unless you played longs, that's the thing. When I don't know what to target for longs, I can't just go in like that. But yeah, we're just likely gonna just talk and chat. If there's any good trade, we'll call it out. Try to check trades for it, but I don't think we'll see anything clean. I just want a clean 10, 15 points, take it with a stream, and then call it a day. Any good setups today in hindsight? I don't think there was any good setups. Like I tried to look for AM because like I've been avoiding trading at all this December just to be so bad. But I was like Tuesday right now. Let me look for something. There wasn't really much here. Like even in hindsight, like I can't really say like, oh, this is a good setup because of this, because it worked, and why it worked here. Like I can't explain it. When I can't even do that, that just means like I don't think I can take these type of trades. But yeah, feel free to ask me prop related questions or psychology questions. We can start talking about that more while we're just waiting. Because I'm sure like most of you guys trade props here from someone who has like a lot of prop experience, I guess. I can try to answer. Let's see here. For Tick Trader, 250k accounts, can you withdraw 4k as soon as you hit 62.5k, or can you withdraw profits? Oh, okay. So you're asking about a buffer. Tick Trader, you don't need a buffer. Just get equivalent of your drawdown. So for me, I use 150k. I got like accounts like 7,500. I can take that 3,000 right there. Pretty good. And it sinks me down to 4,500, and I really just, it's 5 days for a payout. You can't do 5 days exactly, so I plan for 6 days. And I think 6 days, I did like 410 or something like that per day. 6 days later, I just took another payout, took another payout. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys heard, I posted on Twitter. I did get moved to live on Tick Trader here. We are pleased to inform you that you have successfully met the criteria in a simulation-funded evaluation program. Your consistent performance and adherence to our trading guidelines have distinguished you as a candidate for live trading with our corporate funds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like live with 4 funds now. 4 firms now. But yeah. That's the thing though. Everyone's like, congratulations. That's awesome. I'm happy for him. It's like, is live something to be proud of? Well, it's like accomplishment that you did so well that they push you live, but it's not like an upgrade, you know? That's what it feels like. It feels like a downgrade. Like you just got punished for doing good. How does that make me feel good about it though? Like when I have to take less conditions, like I lose my scalability too. Like now I'm gonna trade 1 account. I had 5 accounts before. I can make base hits, do all the same time. And then here's a weird thing too. My daily loss limit is the same with the live accounts for a lot of these firms. So for Top Step, let's say, there's a 3k daily loss limit. It was 3k per account when I had X phase. So it's basically a total of 15k, 3k pop. But then when they switch me to live, I only have 3k. So that's equivalent of like $600 per account. So they really just nerfed you. Like you can't even grow the accounts as aggressively or as much as you want anymore. So like those days when I did X phase, like doing like $2,000, $1,000 days on a good trading day, I can't really do that with $600 max drawdown. If I try to do the simulation of 5 accounts, 1 account, 3k drawdown, $600 on 5 accounts on X phase. So yeah, I feel like live is just a punishment. If that's what it feels like, unless they give you benefits, which I feel like they're starting to work on, because we put up awareness. It's not just me, it's everyone in the community. Everyone on X as well. They talk about it like live is a punishment. We need more benefits. Why not just withdraw all your cash and put them in a personal account, because you would benefit much more. All these type of stuff. Like that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm getting. And it makes sense to me. It's like, why would I trade with a prop firm when the benefits are less? I don't get it. You have to pay for data for each one of them. Yes, basically, it's like about 150, I think, 150 or 160. It varies from firm to firm, but you pay monthly as well. They take it from your balance. So if I'm live in 4 firms, it's $150 per firm. For 4 firms, that's like about $600, $500 per month. If everyone that was good stayed on sim, there wouldn't be any props. Yeah, I get it as a prop firm, like sustainability aspect, but the problem with that is, what is stopping you from just taking all your cash you made on your live account and withdraw and pushing it to your what is it called, your personal account. There's gonna be restriction on that. They're like, oh, you can't just transfer it. But like most of the live I've seen, like after a certain number of days, let's say for Top Step, after 30 green days, you can take the whole thing. And other firms too, like after, I think TradeFi is only after 20 trading days, you can take the whole thing. And I feel like it's gonna be frowned upon when you do that though. Like if I do that with Top Step, that's why I'm hesitant to. They're gonna be like, oh, you're just abusing sim. It's like, well, there's no benefit from trading live versus my personal. Like it's actually a detriment. So that's what I'm saying. Like there's that hole in the prop business where they can't even compete with just a regular live account. And that's why some firms do, like when they move you live, you are banned from trading sim again. So it's not that many firms, but there's some firms that do that. ETF's one of them. I think MyFund Futures in a way does it, but they do it more discreetly and more discretionary. What else? Who other firms does that? There's definitely some others. I don't know if Apex does that. It could. Top Step has been hinting about some benefits. It's only because we've been really opening up to the community about it. If we didn't voice our opinions about it, I don't think they would do anything. They'd be like, okay, just take it. What do you want? So I think that's what collective support really does. I think the best way you could do it is, I think you do milestone bonuses. For instance, let's say if you can hold your account for two criteria, it's the number of days and also consistent performance to a set amount. Let's say for Top Step, if you can hold your account for 60 trading days and you can make like it's like, let's say 20,000 or 50,000, you get another 10% bonus on top of that bonus. Or like if it's, you make $50,000 across 6 months, you get another 10% of that bonus. So it would be like 5,000 bonus. Something like that, because it'll be challenging, but like no one would get that. It would be very hard. We're talking about 50,000 on top of whatever you transferred in. So like if you transfer in like, let's say 80,000, you have to make 50,000. Or no, I guess you would have a lot of leverage already. I don't know. I'm thinking the aspect like if they transfer you like $5,000 and then you trade very seriously and turn that 5,000 to 50,000. Let's say 10x that count. Maybe maybe it should be relative then. If you 10x you're like or like 5x your starting amount over the course of, let's say, 60 trading days, give you a bonus. Just something to keep you in the game and keep you motivated. That's what I was always like pushing, something like that. What do you guys think about that though? Does that make sense? Let's say you whatever your starting balance is, you transfer live. Let's say it's 10,000. If you can 5x that balance consistently over the course of 2 months, you get like a set amount bonus. And if you 10x that, you get another bonus. You keep on going like that. Maybe someone pitched that idea. Because that's like one of the ideas like I'm thinking of. It's either salary, which salary is difficult. You need a lot of results to get a salary. That's basically putting you on payroll, which is just like, I would say like very little people, maybe like 5 people would get that. But performance bonus would work. Milestone would work. Wait, how does FTMO do it, by the way? Most people don't make it to live to have an opinion. The thing is, like, people should have an opinion even though they're not live right now, because that's their goal. So everyone here, let's say there's 400 viewers here, only like 10 of people here are live or live traders with the prop firms. The other 390, let's say, they should have a opinion for their future. So when they do get to the live stage, it's actually like a benefit, not a downgrade. It's somewhat like similar to politics, because not many people do qualify for some of these things, but like it should be talked about. It should be set in place. But yeah, like if not many people are live, so here's the thing: we have all funded traders, right? Let's say 1% of people are live traders. That's a very small amount. and then let's add the performance bonus. That's like something crazy, like 10x your starting balance. You give them a big bonus if you do that. How many people can do that out of that 1% of live traders? Probably another, you basically filter out another 2%, basically 2 to 5%. So that ends up with like a very handful of people. So if it's so challenging and very little, like why don't they implement something? That's kind of like my stance on, like, if it's like doesn't affect that many people, then have a benefit for it. Let's see, FTML fixed salary. Oh, they have fixed salary? That's great. I don't know what the salary would be, though. They'll give you desks. So that seems like they're trying to hire you. But if you didn't see what I posted here as well, just so I can share my perspective on it. Where did I post? I put like, yeah, okay. This is what I did. I made 10,000 on my Top Step live account and I made 10,000 on my Webull account, right? Same day, both same time. Here's a breakdown. You have to do a 90-10 split with the personal account. You didn't do that. You have to hit 5 green days to withdraw 50%. So only half of that. You need 5 more trading days. So you need 4 more trading days to even withdraw this money. It'll be half of that. You don't have to do that with a live account. 2 to 3 payout wait days. It's very long for actually live accounts to get paid for Top Step at least. I don't know why. It's usually like 1 or 2 days for XFAs. It's 2 to 3 days for the live account, as well as the monthly fees, professional data fees, $150. You don't have that with the personal cash account. It's at most like $7. And then prop firm rules, you have to follow their risk parameters. You have to follow. You can't trade. You can't like swing overnight. All these other type things, like whatever rules they have, you can't do that. With the live account, you can do whatever you want. It's your cash. So when there's so many like pros and cons for the personal side and so many cons on the live funded side, like what do you do? The prop firm got to do something. I think, are you guys talking about this 5-minute this would not be the breaker because we didn't sweep it, but this could be it, but I think we're just seeking short right now. All my live accounts are doing better than my prop accounts, Brian, because it's not realistic to have 5% drawdown consistently. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. When you buy a 150K account, don't ever view it that you have 150,000 cash. You have $4,500. And you'll play with that. So whatever, like, just imagine you load up your account with $4,500 in personal cash. Trade how you do with that. That's how I operate too. So I'm doing more kind of like aggressive type of trial, like style. Like if it's a live, I'll trade like 3 to 5% risk, and then for funded to be like 7 to 10%. Let me see. Someone said, "Does this 5-minute bearish breaker with BPR looks valid?" Oh, let me see. Oh, okay. I see. I see it. Let me see if it's a bearish breaker. Because we're inside a bullish breaker too, so it's kind of back and forth right now. And the BPR, I don't know if I see a BPR here. It's just more of a 5-minute fair value gap. Unless you're talking about this little gap here, I don't really consider that. Yeah, for me, like when we're so undecisive here, you can't really play with bias. We're respecting the bullish breaker and also now the bearish breaker here. Once we get this displacement, so this retracement here to this 5-minute inefficiency, we are moving down from it, but I need to see more displacement to really play it out. 7 to 10% of your drawdown. So let's say you have 5K drawdown at like it's gonna be like about $400-$500 risk max per trade for me. That's my risk there. Less submit once you get to live is a good problem to have. I mean, that's a good mindset, I guess. That means you're doing so good that like you made it basically. But the feeling of like, you know, you made it, you did good, you worked so hard, and you get demoted, that's where it doesn't sit right. I think that's a good way to, you know, when I was talking to Top Steps chat, like I think like 2 years ago, I was like, oh, is there any benefits to a live account? They're like, not really, and they're like, it's more like a milestone, like hey, you made it, like on TV type of thing, like you made it. That's how they're describing it. I was like, is there any real benefits? They're like, no, it's like more like a milestone accomplishment. Then I was like, oh, okay. That was at the time before like they didn't really have that many live traders. It was like a year ago or a year and a half or something around there. But if a top step support employee is saying that there's no benefits and like it's more of like, you know, like, hey, you made it. And you get a certificate. It's just like you get a certificate for a payout. You just hang up on your wall, I guess. Is it bragging rights? That's why like when I posted like, oh, I'm live with another firm now, 4 firms now. I guess there's bragging rights, but like some people don't even treat live traders that well, like, or not live traders, like prop firm traders that well. They're like, oh, you're sim traders. So that's why I opted just like let us rock with a live count. We're gonna trade with a live count. We're gonna run this up. No one can say anything. That's bragging rights when you can really flip a live count, a personal account. I mean, yeah. So we're rejecting for this 5-minute breaker. I mean, that was decent. I feel like I don't know where I'll put my stop. I think above this swing high here would be most appropriate, but that's too large a one either. We're getting inside this 15-minute fair value gap on ES. If we can really close under this, I think this will make a good way to take out this low and eventually these lows down here. So the next 15-minute close is at 145 here. I don't really see anything in the 1 minute though. The 1 minute just kind of sucks. That's why I'm opting for the 5 right now. The 5 minute at least gives something. I feel like Top Step is the only firm that I've seen openly just kind of make it sound like everything they're doing is a benefit for the trader. They're like, oh, live count, you'll feel more confident. You feel like you made it. You're a professional, like an athlete. It's like, but there's no benefits. You get upgraded from like a rookie to from like G League, let's say, to the NBA. But then you get like a salary cut, you get all these demotion, all these benefits, and they're like, oh, but you're in the world stage now. I'm in drawdown of 1750 on evaluation, and billing cycle's a week away. Would you cancel account and start a new? Okay, if you were asking me about anything about eval, for me, my stance lately, I think my stance has been changing each year. My stance now is like, do whatever you can just to pass the eval as quickly as possible. Even if you have to play with news or full port it, just do what you can and separate that trading style from your funded trading style. So my aspect is like, you put like a few percentage of your time into evals. For me, it's like 2%, 3%. And the rest, the majority of it is your funded account. That's what matters. And a lot of people do mix that. You can see some firms like, oh, trade your evals how you would with fundeds. But then you see the results of that. The results is people do pass their evals because they take many attempts and like, oh, I finally passed it. And then once the funded comes, you don't get resets on fundeds. And people struggle on the funded. Like, I don't know what's happening. I'm passing the evals, but I can't get a payout on the funded. Even though the funded is usually half the goal of the eval. It's because the psychology is messing with you. And that's what I've kind of learned, where if I just put very little time on evals, that means my full trading would be funded. And that's my style from there. Yeah, we also context switch, guys. I don't really see anything yet. If we can rebalance the 15-minute and go back higher, we can maybe get a 15-minute breaker here. And then I'll follow suit with a 1-minute setup. Look for this high. NQ and ES do have some relative highs up here, but I'm just not sure if it's like ready yet. I need to see some displacement. If your goal is 100K a month from live, what would your starting capital be? I think that's a question depending on what's relative to you. It's hard. I mean, to make 100,000 a month, are you trying to be aggressive as possible, or are you trying to play conservative? Because if it's conservative, like, you probably need like 1 million, 2 million, something very high, so you can focus on making like 5% a month. But if you're doing aggressive, I mean, it's possible, but it's not gonna be consistently. What's up, Johnny? It depends on how much you want to risk either, because whatever capital you put up and what you aim to make, you also aim to lose. Dylan said, you got to pay out with TradeFi, now down 2,000 with only 700 left. Damn. That's tough. It's hard. Because, the good thing is you got the payout. So whatever, like, it's a 50K account maybe. You got $2,000 out of it. 2,500, whatever it is. You got paid already. You can reinvest them in more accounts. It's hard to, like, I don't want people to, I guess if you're trying to listen to me, I don't want people to kind of have that, like, mental drain on, like, shit, my account is very low drawdown, I want to make it back, and they spent like weeks and weeks trying to build back like something with like a few $100 drawdown, when the best answer is probably to restart and not waste your time on that, because you are draining your mental capital when you try to do that. Like, can I save this account? Let's drop it in micros. Let's do 3 micros instead of 3 minis. If I can work hard, I can build this account back up, and they'll just go up like $10 a day, $20 a day, $100 a day, and they'll spend weeks maybe get out the drawdown by like a few $100, or just blow the account. I think a lot of you guys are asking if I'm a trader right now. I kind of talked about the price action many times. I don't see anything I like so far. And if I'm in a trade, you'll see some arrows. You'll see the risk reward tool. You'll see like me talk about this trade constantly. I don't think I see anything. So made $7,500. 7,500. Oh, you made 7,500 on 900 investments. So I'm thinking the same. I think Hail Mary and come back January. Yeah, I hate to tell people like what I would do, because like for me, if I was in a situation with you, like very little drawdown, like 900 or $500 left, I'll just send it in one trade. I don't want to. Me 2 years ago would be like, okay, let's try to save it. Let's look for a good state. Let's look for an A+ setup. Let's do small contracts. I'll give myself 3 attempts, maybe like $150 risk per, and maybe I can save it. I won't do that anymore. I'll just send it and just restart with a fresh mind. So basically, keep your mental as fresh as you can, and then try to keep that good habit. I think a lot of people do thrive trading like slowly, base hits type of way, and when people do blow up, it's when they size up, or they see other people doing bigger, like make a lot of money, like, oh, this guy did like 5K today, 10K today, let me do the same, and then they blow themselves up. But I also made that tweet, like, I think a few weeks ago. They're like, what I tweeted was, if people focus on base hits more, prop firms would likely go bankrupt. And that was like a hot take for me, which a lot of people do agree with. I think I do stand by that, because prop firm is a good risk. It's an investment. It's a good one at that, because you basically give a fraction, like 20%, let's say, on instant funded. Let's do that. Instant funded, you pay like 20% or less than that to get 5x more of what you paid for in drawdown. So if you just take basis, make it very slow, hitting payout is pretty good, pretty easy. 2 counts, just try and you have a 50% chance already. Is 500 really that little? It's relative though. 500 on a 150k account when you have 5,000 or 7,500 drawdown, that's not that much at all. On your 10k profits on Webull, how many contracts you're trading? I basically started with like one contract when I started with like 30,000, and then I upped it to 2 to 3, 2 to 4, and then once I had more capital on it, I think my average was like around 5, 6. And that was a trade I think we took on AM Discord back in November, I think, or early November, I feel like, or in late November, I mean. And we had such killer trades for AM session. I haven't been seeing that price action lately. That's why I've been also teasing, like, you might just see me disappear for the rest of the month and come back January and start trading again. So I am contemplating that. Like, I do plan on trading Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday, like 2 days from now as well. But I'm also looking like maybe don't even touch anything at all because it's so bad. I don't know. So why jeopardize my account when it could be bad price action? That's my thing. Did you move to trade it? Yeah, I think I have like 25,000 on trade right now. I'm gonna start with how I did last time, just building up slowly. I didn't want to transfer the whole 80, so we'll see from there. I'll post my results probably starting January when I start focusing on the accounts, whether there's win or loses on it. We're gonna try to see what happens with it. The fees are better on TradeBait, at least, at the very least. Webull, the fees were like $5 round trip. I think fees on TradeBait is like more about like 3.5. So you definitely have a lot more wiggle room. I'm having problems with session bias. What's your approach to it? Okay, I think I'm gonna ask you a question, AQ. If you're having trouble with session bias, is it because you're trying to trade this price action, or did you have problems like November or October or September? Because that was like when we were on a streak. We were going back to back because it was so easy, and everything's high probability. Everything was framed up. If you're talking about like why am I having trouble with this bias, it's mainly probably because this price action is the cause of it. It's not because you're doing it wrong. It's what you're getting. So if you didn't have any problems like in November or October, and it was clear to you, it's just solely because it's December right now, and we're near the holidays, and I do forget. Like, I'm always thinking like, why do people avoid December? Now I realize that it's just this is the reason. I wish I had an objective decide system. If I look for long or short, right now I'm always looking for both, I guess. No, looking for both is fine. When you can recognize that it's seeking short, like range bound, that's where you would do both. You stay nimble. But when it's clearly bullish, I think right now, like the last few days was clearly bullish because you look at like the 4 hour, look how big displacement is without any drop until, like, today here, Tuesday, overnight session, we started dropping. So there was no reason to short at all, really, for the most part, for the last like handful of days. If you look at the last, all the way to November, the last 20 trading days, we only have like about we'll say 2 here, 3, 4, 5 days that's red, while the majority is green. So it'll be very hard to counter trend that. What we have right now is we did rebalance this 15-minute here, especially on ES. If we can float out of it with some displacement I think that would be very clear indication for longs. And I think we do have SMT up here. Let me check. Yeah. So NQ did dive deeper. ES didn't. So we do have SMT there. Okay, what the heck? Okay, I need to do a high time frame, right? Yeah, there we go. So I want to see if we can hold this low and then just focus on longs for the rest of the session. How's tick tick? Tick tick is the same as TradeFi for me. The only thing is like they are very slow with payouts, so that's a downside. With TradeFi, it's instant payout. For tick tick trader, there's no payout windows at least, but you have to wait like, I think my last payout I had to wait like 4 days, four whole days, not counting weekends. And it does suck to not be able to trade for that long, because like you don't really see firms take that long for payouts. Even Apex doesn't really take that long anymore, I feel like. But even if you do wait long, other firms can trade with them. Let's say Apex, you know, you have pending withdrawal, you have a lot of cushion already, you can still trade with them. Get more days for the next payout. For Tick Tick Trader, they don't let you trade at all. It's your account is paused, which is a good and a bad thing. If it's too long, then you're missing out on trades on it. The good thing is like that way you don't blow up your account. Someone say, where do I qualify as an order block? Where do I mark something? Oh, are you talking about the daily here? Yeah, I think this would be an order block for me. We're holding that very well in ES. And if we can get under the mean threshold of that, that's where I'll start looking for these lows. Every single one of these lows here. I think, is this the weekly or no, this is daily? So we have a lot of lows to go for. We just need confirmation. The moment it closes, this is where I'm gonna draw it. We're gonna get something like this, slam down. It really need to violate this on the daily first for that to play out. So NQ's already flown back down. That's kind of disgusting there. We have some equal highs on ES now. We have SMT off these lows. Interesting. Really driving lower this time on NQ. Is NQ weaker right now? We're kind of weaker, yeah. Yeah, so the last like about 40 minutes, we've been just stuck in this tiny range, just going back and forth. Previous week lows your target. Let me see previous week lows. For ES, right? Yeah, you're looking at these lows here. I think ES is setting something up like that though. I think NQ just gotta stop being so bullish, and then we can play with that. I'm gonna just delete this breaker. This breaker has been chopped for the longest time. Kind of useless. So we do have some relative equal highs on ES, just very stagnant here. And then we're rebalancing 50 on NQ. We already going through it a little bit. We'll get this closed soon too. See if we can get close through this 15-minute. Interesting. Okay. My gut is just saying like just long, because we're all-time high. But after what we saw yesterday, do you guys see what happened yesterday? Literally opened up Asia, grinded up. London opened up, grinded up. New York open for AM, grinded up. PM, grinded up. This whole session, all 4 sessions was just so bullish that we are finally getting somewhat of a retracement back down. And I'm gonna just look at based off of yesterday's performance here. This is what we're gonna see from the highs of yesterday all the way to Asia Open here. We haven't we went to like discount here briefly. What indicator is that for the session, Brian? Oh, okay. I think it's called ITT kill zone and pivots. What I have it set at though, I think I have different settings though. That might be confusing you. I have it for Asia. I have it future open all the way to 2 a.m. Then London is 2 a.m. to 9:30, which is odd, but I think it does help me. 9:30 to 1 is p.m. or a.m. and then p.m. is 1 to mark close. That's kind of how I've set it up at. Most people might not like that, but it helps me play with the sessions better. I think we're looking for taking out these highs though, guys. We held this on ES pretty decently here. Activation fee is $235 now. Wait, is it $235? Oh, they did have that activation fee only for a brief moment, right? For like December, was it 16th or 17th? Let me look at the Apex Discord and see what it was. December 17th. So after today, the activation fee would be back to $125 unless they extend the sale. At that point, monthly might be just better. No more 85. 85, if you don't remember, if you trade Apex for the last 3 years, $85 was just for a promotion sale, just to encourage people to buy larger accounts. I think they're going away from that. It's not regular that they usually do that. You can do monthly though. I think monthly is 85 Rhythmic and 105 Trade of 8. It is a little pricey though, I have to say. Yeah, I used to pay 160 for the 50K for the lifetime. That it's very expensive. That's the thing though. I think people do take that for granted, and they're like, Apex sale is so bad. We used to pay $85 for a lifetime fee. Now it's back to normal, and I think that's the recency bias that does make people like confused. Like, why do I have to pay more now? That wasn't like the standard pricing. That was like a promotion. How much you made off of Apex? Are they trustworthy? Let me see. I think Kane was the one who showed me Nutty Bar. He had like a. Let me see. Let me see if he updated it. It showed Apex leaderboards. Let me see if it updates it. This was 8 months ago, though. Did he do it recently? No. But he did a leaderboard, and my name was on there for like 200,000. I think. Is this all time? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he updated the video. I think I'm at around 300,000 for the year though for Apex alone. Which Apex I've been kind of off and on with them. Like right now I'm off with them, but I was on with them for the last few months. Alright, we're about to just close here. I don't know what's gonna happen. I am a little drawn to these highs. Like I feel like if we do one downside, we want to take these highs out and then do slam down. Yeah, I'm drawn to these highs right now. Not much of a setup you can take towards there though. What's the music? I'm digging it. It's like lo-fi. I have it in my Discord. It's pinned on the general chat, as well as like all the indicators. I'm glad you guys like it though. It helps you lock in. I want to say this is a bearish breaker that I'm going to use to see if this does reject for lower. Here's what it feels like it's doing here. We got strong displacement down. I want to see this SMT though. This high here. If we can reject off that, I'll probably play the downside and look to if it's going to close under the 15-minute. Why are you not trading with Apex anymore? Basically, I was like, from all this September, I was basically withdrawing about 60,000 per month from them. For like 3 months or 2 months or something like that. It was like 30,000, 60,000, 30,000. And then I was just rinsing and repeating. And then I think near the end of October, near the end of somewhere, some of my accounts that survived. I basically had like 10 accounts with them. 10 or 15 accounts. I didn't have 20 all time yet. Just want to build them up slowly. But I'm back with 5 accounts with them. I'm trying to add more, but I don't do good trading like 20 fresh accounts. I want to get 5 to pay out first, and then when that happens, another 5, and if that 5 gets to pay out, another 5. Keep on going like that. Maybe for anyone who's watching, maybe that's something you guys should try out too. Just like build them up slowly and do a few counts at a time, and maybe your mental will be much better. Because if a firm offers you up to 20 accounts and you see people trade 20 accounts, make a lot of money with it, you're gonna want to do the same thing, which might not always be the best idea, if I'm gonna be frank with it. Well, we'll have FMC session. I think Alex is going to be streaming with me. We're going to bring him on, and we're going to be trading FMC. We'll see if we can get something good with FMC price action. So slow. Well, this 15-minute on NQ is about to get closed under here. And we already have this SMT here, so I'm actually liking for lower prices if this can stay under. Look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour got filled completely. For me to take this trade, I think ES want to take out this high first. If we did something like this and came back down, that's when I'll probably take it off inversion with the respect of this breaker. Because we'll SMT off of here too on the lower time frame. We didn't get that, so I didn't take this trade. But this action is very slow. That's why I've been just talking in chat a lot, reading you guys' comments, answering questions as quickly as I can. Plenty of time to do that. So we got this 15-minute close. We did inverse this 15-minute here. We took this high out, so I'm looking to probably play these lows now. Any 1 minute setup. Triple inside hourly candles on Q. Is that what it is? Oh, it is. This does look like it's going to break a lower, though. I'm not sure if it's going to be on a lower time frame, but overall, I'd probably see 2 to 3. It's going to be like that. There's that break lower there. We're going to keep on stabbing lower. Take the slow out now. See what we can do now. We're going for this low. Breaker worked well. We got this displacement down, closed on the 15 minutes, so market structure is bearish now. And then we're starting to flip on the lower time frame, so I'm interested in short setups now. This is possibly what I'm looking at. 15-minute OB with a fair value gap. Look for a 1 minute setup around 315s. Kind of want to see a retrace a little bit more here before falling down. We're getting close to this. Are they rejecting off this order block here already? Or we're seeing to have a bullish tilt. We just have a 5-minute Asia high, Asia high, and London high here. If we were holding this breaker here, this bullish breaker here, that would be my target. We're expecting the downside much more right now, so I'm opting for lower. Looks like we're gonna take this low out. Damn. Rejected pretty hard on this break, this OB here. Want to see if we could get a structure off of it. Just so slow. This is my immediate target right now. If I can look for a short setup to target that, that would be beautiful. I don't know if I get this opportunity though. We're getting really close to it. East is already slamming lower here. That's my focus for now. I'm looking for longs, or looking for shorts to take this. We took one of the internal lows already, so I can see this retracing. We have SMT. And we're definitely respecting much more of the bearish P raise right now. So I'm going to lean on that. Any setup with bearish P raise I'm going to go for. It's so weak and slow. I'm gonna look at chat. I'm gonna just wait this out. You have a list of your favorite prop firms. I made a video on which prop firms I recommend, which I like. What's that? The attributes with it. I think we talked about 5 firms. 5 feature firms that I trust. What makes you sure of a turning point forming on a specific time frame? Technically, I'm just more anticipating based off of what I'm seeing. So for now, if I'm looking for lower, I'm looking for this to retrace back inside this and reject this OB here, a 15 OB, as well as this 15-minute inversion. Play lower. If the anticipation is right, then we'll make some money out of it. We'll execute off of it. How old am I? If it's on Twitter, I'm 14. If it's on YouTube or Discord, I'm 23. It depends. It's still my focus here. Well, I'm ready for 2025, honestly. Maybe I'll try to recommend the same thing with you guys. Just take the month off if you don't have to trade. And if you are pushing a trade because you want to make money, that's also not the best idea because it's just so poor conditions. Best case is just take the month off, come back January, and we'll be grinding hard January because January is going to be the year. 2025 is going to be the year that I think a lot of people are going to explode and break off. We put the work and discipline in. I'm going to try to be live streaming on Discord and YouTube very often on 2025. I want to hone in basically and do big months. So far, no trades yet. I'm just waiting for my time to strike. It's not there yet. ES is so weak now. ES is about to get a close under it as well. We'll about get. I think we're gonna get an SMT with ES as well soon. With ES about to take slow and Q holding. 5 minute maybe getting respected. Let me see the 5. Would it not be considered a good experience to at least turn up and tape read December still? Well, I think it's because December might be so different from your usual trading sessions and trail style that like it might be a detriment. So people like even today they asked me like, why cannot read price action? Can you help me look at like read the bias for today? And I'm telling them like today's very difficult because it's December and it's so sloppy. If you try to apply what you learn, like your experience to other months like January, February, March, April, May for 2025, it's gonna be a whole different vibe. What's your experience with Tick Trader? My experience overall, I think I got like over 20,000 payouts on them, and I just got moved to live, and they're preparing that right now. My experience for me, they're good. They're very competitive. It just takes a while for payouts, which is I hate to see that. It takes like 3 days, 3 business days, up to sometimes 2, sometimes 4. So it's a lot more than I would like appreciate. Other than that, oh, and then this one like I was trade copying, right? And one of my trade copier bugged up, and one of the positions flipped. So I had one long, one short on 2 accounts. One long, one short. The other one short. And once I saw it, like I think like a minute later, I saw it, and I basically closed it out. I told them about it, and then I think that they are very strict with that. If you're even hedge at one point, they're gonna remove all your profits that you made during that move, which sucks because I was up like I think I was up like 1,300, 1,200 on the trade, and I accidentally flipped it. They took the profits out. They let me keep the loss. So I have 2 accounts, right? One, they were both up. One of them flipped, and then the loss that I incurred on that flip, I kept, but the profits I made removed. I was like, dude, it's like a simple mistake. I even told them about it. I'm like, yo, it's during Black Friday. It was a day during Black Friday. It was a half day. As I was trading, I bugged up. I flipped my condition, flipped my position accidentally on one of my accounts. And they're like, oh, you broke the rule, man. We're gonna have our team talk to you about that. I was like, okay. I'm saying like it's just an honest mistake. You can see it. I didn't make any money off of it. I actually lost some money out of it from that flip. And like, yeah, we're gonna just let handle the team. And then they paused that account and they took all the profits out of it, which kind of sucks. They're the only firm that I know that they're that strict because, you know, hedging is bad, right? No firms like hedging. But accidental hedging, which is like, you know, you didn't even make money out of it. You didn't even benefit out of it. And you have had this like my first offense with it. They could have been giving me off with that warning. Apex doesn't allow it. They don't allow it either. Yeah, sure. No firms allow it. But here's the thing though. When it's accidental, like I did that with Apex all the time. When my trade copier bugs up and like it'll be for like 30 seconds and I close it right away. They don't have a problem with it. No, I was long and then I flipped short and then one of my trade copier didn't flip short in the other account. And once I saw that, like a minute later, I closed it out. So let's say I was long here, right? And then it went up here and I liked shorts. I flipped it. One of my account flipped, the other account didn't. It kept the long still. So that's technically a hedge. Which sucks. I mean, I don't think that's a hedge at all. Or it is technically, but like it's not an intentional hedge. I clearly lost money out that trade. But that's the thing. And I think there's some other people that had that offense as well. And they got their accounts like either paused or terminated just from like actual hedging. Which I guess I don't know. You're looking the bottom left is Tradeify, Apex, MyFund Futures, and Tick Trader. It's in the description. Dude, this price action is so slow, man. I have no words for how slow this is. Good thing, like, I'm like trying to talk to you guys and try to make sure like you guys are not pushing buttons and we're staying disciplined. If it was me and I'm trying to trade this aggressively, I might be just taking losses after losses. We're about to get an SMC off of ES here, and Q looking like it's gonna rip up. AQ, you're talking about EMAs on the 15-minute chart. I don't think that would work with me because you could be, your bias could be different and we could have like a quick manipulation. I don't think I would like that to rely on EMA. So yeah, ES is actually falling. I think NQ can rip back up here, at least come to this high and then come back down. We got SMT off these lows already. Some resifies here. I do want to get that taken out. If ES can push back up here, that'd be looking decent for run back up. I think this low try to hold here, and ES comes back up too. See the 5-minute. Mine looks ass as well. Forgotten Trader is short at 304. Let's see if it works. I mean, I wouldn't mind that works because we're still looking at these lows. AES is not following suit here. We should be a little lower. We'll probably take out this low even first before we even look up. Really pressing these lows. ES just slammed down there. Still looking for 383s here. Well, we're about to slam these lows here. I'll be surprised if we don't take these lows. Look how close we got to it. Wow, we didn't really get to that lows. Wow. That is incredible that this one wants to do that. No way this teases like that. That'll be crazy if it teases. Possibly look for a retracement on this one here and then slam down. I honestly just want to see this hit already without it coming back up and use this as inversion for upside and check out these highs. It stopped again. Yeah, I think we can just soup this and come back up. I don't think we really have anything to target after this. This is so stagnant. What the heck? We did take this low, but like, what was that? Went like a tick. If we can see some displacement, maybe I'll look for a flip. That was a decent jab, I guess. I don't know if it's ready to flip though. I want to use this inversion. If we can inverse this, look at this as the target. low can we go here? ES lows down here too. We're just stuck right now. Yeah, so this already taken these lows. I wouldn't go for this as a short anymore. I'll look for this if we can reverse this. Look for that flip now. Yes, retrace and moving lower, but I still want to see this inverse. If we can inverse this, maybe I'll go something like this. Go for the high, good target. We already took the lows. 15-minute liquidity sweep. That, or we just slam lower, which best case when it's so slow, you just wait. You wait until something is good happens. It's very dangerous to play. I sort of want to see this flip on NQ. If NQ get strength, I want to use this as a manipulation and look for a run back up. It's like very early to say that though. If you think that's true, you put your stop on the low and try to go for this high at the first TP. The next question is like, are we looking for lower now? Because we took one good liquidity already. It's a very decent 15-minute low here. If we can continue lower, this will be the next target. So depending on what we do under these lows, essentially, which I'm watching on. If we can hold it, I'm looking for this sweep first. If we sweep this, maybe we'll look for lows for the power hour. They're stuck. There's no trace for me yet. I think. Well, I don't know why people keep on asking. Like, I'm framing the setup right now and seeing like if it does something, I like it, but we haven't got anything. We didn't even get these highs out, which is pretty incredible. Because if we took these highs out, I'd be pretty aggressive on the lows right now. Just everything I'm like thinking about and want to price action do, it's not really doing as well. The delivery just sucks. No, you're good. You're good, Miguel. Delivery is so slow and bad right now. Makes people probably want to push buttons because they think they see something and then they realize it's not moving. Yeah, okay. If we can't even hold this move back up, even if it rebalances, like I don't even need to ask much. If we rebalance this 1 minute and go lower, I'm game for that too. For it to not even do that, that's interesting. We did SMC off ES doing so. There she goes. This is actually pathetic. We're 230 right now. No trades at all this session. I had a few ideas. He's not getting any of them, unfortunately. Might be seeking for the next low here. Break at 320 was it? Yeah, I mean, any other day, like, if we had clear structure, those breakers are gonna be money. That was a good call though. I think some of you guys did point that out. The only chance Bulls got is if we can just inverse this. We'll get a breaker now as well, and then we'll look for a push back to the highs. This is like literally the only shot. Need to take this high out and inverse this. This is what I'm looking at. Inverse this, chop back inside the breaker, top the breaker, stop at the swing low. First target is just buy side, red equal highs, and then we'll probably displace through that if we can get through this high. For this to happen, we need to first inverse this 1 minute here. I'm gonna mark this buy side, so maybe be more aggressive. 5-minute gap is at 291 to 295. That's exactly where this gap is too. Yeah, this is not looking good. We're looking for lower now. There was way too many attempts. This could still work, but I think if this doesn't want to even go back up to 291, we're gonna look for lower. Cause I don't know what the hell. We're about to just impulse likely through these lows now. Does a 30-second chart give me any insights to what's happening here? Not much. Still just choppy and slow. Yeah, watch the slam lower here. Yeah, not a short entry in sight either, so you're not even getting clean anything right now. We're about to take this low. I anticipate here. And then maybe impulse and actually get some displacement. Yeah, the next low we have is all there from 244, as well as ES looking at 117. I think we just took that low. Yeah, we just did take that low. Yeah, so I feel like everything I'm saying, it's not happening. It's really not happening. This is a 15-minute fair value gap. Someone's asking about that. It's showing the since I'm trading the 1 minute for execution, the 15-minute is my main structure. All right, bulls or bears. This is probably the only thing appropriate now. If you're looking for shorts, a simple retrace back inside of a previous consolidation here. There's a manipulation that we're already digging lower clearly. There's a 3 drive as well. Whatever happens here, the target is these internal lows here. Market makers are watching and listening. Brian, you've been too hot lately. I've been hot, but like they're not even giving me a chance. Like if they're watching, they should give me like, you know, make it like give me an entry first and then like rug it. They're not even giving me a chance to even take anything, which is hilarious. Whatever happens here, this is gonna be important. I think this is pivotal now. I'm somewhat leaning. I want upside, but I'm leaning downside with this rebalance here because I feel like every retrace has been a sell so far. I mean, you could try this with a stop above highs. Look for this 1 minute fair value gap here. Stop above this swing high here, or even above this 84 high if you want to be even tighter. This is what I don't like though. When it's making a direction, and every time it try to rebalance, it gets very close. So for instance, this 1 minute gap here, if we did this retrace back inside and rebalance, there's an opportunity for shorts for lower here. Stop above the high or above the inversion, as well as this one. If we do move up a little bit, a few points higher, you could have had an entry here. That is so disgusting. This whole entire day, or the whole entire PM session is like this. For those asking about what my sizing will be, just take whatever drawing you have on the fund account and risk 7 to 10% per trade. If you do that, that would, depending on what your stop would be, that would dictate your size. So if I do 10-point stop on it, I can probably do like 2 or 3 contracts. You guys like this for a short opportunity to take out these lows here? Kind of the only thing I'm like thinking about right now because it's so bad. Either that or you inverse this, you wait for the long opportunity, you could flip long as well. We have a 5-minute gap here as well. Let's check the 15-minute first. Ooh, I need to delete some of this. We're getting close to these lows here. This is pretty much the first rebalance. You probably want to stop above these highs to be safe if you're looking for shorts. And then just keep on driving lower and lower. I don't think I'm interested in anything right now. It's not high probability because if this inverses, I'm actually liking longs. We have this gap here. We have these targets above these relative highs. So I'm sidelined right now. I don't like either. I'm rooting for the reverse down though. Yeah, it's very low probability, honestly. The only thing high probability is watching what happens after. If it does inverse, we'll get a breaker out of this. We'll probably take this trade. Let's see this 1 minute close in 15 seconds here. It's gonna be a weak one because it still lacks, like, did we take any liquidity on the left side? We did here. And we're getting very close to media draw here, so we're opting for the second scenario, which is inversion with displacement. If it does retap back inside, that would be a long opportunity. This will be the first main area, and then the equal highs as our second. We're already tapping through that. Okay. Alright, if we do retrace back down to this breaker, that's entry for me. I'll look for this high. Back in the 5 minute too, so we're feeling some inefficiency. I think I do like the upside from here. As long as it does retrace. If it just pushes back up without any retracement, that would be probably worst scenario because I'll be missing everything. Stop would be on the breaker. This breaker would actually be up here. I should mark it the proper way. I want to try again. I'm a little long in the low 80s here. Right here. Put my stop on the breaker. Alright, I'm going to add in here. This is a very tight stop. I'm going to do it under the low, 9 points. Let's try that. This could fail, but It's worth a shot. These 5 points on the breaker low is too tight. Yeah, this might be the wrong idea. 69 stop right now. That's a very strong flip. I'm gonna flip. I'm likely gonna look for shorts if this fails, because we will violate the breaker. We already rebalance. We're gonna swing for these lows. That was worth a shot. Any retracement, if we get a close on this breaker, would be a short for me. Came back up to entry. It doesn't look good though. It looks terrible. I kind of want to wait to see if it rebalances. Considering killing this trade right now. I want to give it another candle, but I feel like the candle's going to displace to our stop. Yeah, this is difficult. I do want to get out of it though. I'm just going to kill this trade. 5. I took at 74 here. With this closure, we're going to look for this now. This would be more of a BPR. Any retracement with the equilibrium. Yeah, that was a good call. I should have closed it off when it came back to entry. I'm looking for shorts now. Shorts most likely at the same entry point. To be honest. I want to slam these lows. Because we violated bearish beat array and we're respecting the bearish side. Or bullish beat arrays. I'm starting to... This will be my last attempt here. If this fails, I'll just call it. Try to do low size on it. Minus 180 on it already. So we have this rebalance here. What we basically have is essentially a BPR right at this area. That's going to be where I'm going to focus on anything above as entry. So we did violate this breaker. I am looking for lower prices now. I'm looking for this low get tagged. We got retracing this BPR. I am looking for this place back down now. This would be most likely an entry with a short, a stop about 10 points. If you want to see the BPR, it's this inversion as well as this inversion. The overlapping of it is the BPR. Okay, well, I am in it with at 79, 80 right now. Doing the same thing again, same as my entry. Gonna try to keep it a little bit above the breaker, about 9-10 points. I'm looking for a drive through these lows, if I can. Have at 79. Stop at 87. Hard stop at 87. And I'm gonna do the same way. Let me see this reject here. We're getting very close to power hour, so this is the last shot here. Yep, doesn't look so good. I'm gonna have to wrap this up if this fails, though. I got sucked into it. I have one contract in. Oh, let me put it on the left side. Whatever happens here. I'm looking for a smash under these lows. I think we can impulse. And I want to move breaking this top if I can. Maybe we can flip back down on these lows. It's just such a mess of a chart right now. The thing is also, it's just seeking and destroying. I'm looking for delivery. It's just playing both sides. Disgusting. Yeah, I'm gonna get stopped out here. I have one contract in. It's gonna be about like 160, I think. 8 points. Yeah, 160. Both sides, man. That's my loss for. I took basically 2 tiny losses. It's accumulating to minus 300. Yikes. I'm broke. I try to do very tight at least in small size because of conditions today. I think it was a bad move just to play anything. It's because I'm looking for delivery, right? Let's say I'm looking for upside. I'm looking for this to displace, come back down, and then slam it. For the downside, I'm looking for the same thing. I'm looking for it to show confirmation, retrace, and then displace. We're not doing that on both sides. It's just ticked me out too. I want to. I don't know if I should try again. I'll try with probably one account if we have another short setup somewhere. That's gonna be probably my last area that I'm gonna give it. I'm probably not gonna get it before 3 p.m. though. That's what I want to look at. Reject this OB, stop at the high again is a possibility, about 8-point stop. Still looking for these lows. I think if we slam these lows, we'll impulse for power hour. This is a wick high, so if we put a stop at the wick high, maybe it'll play out. I need to see the 5-15 here. There's no gaps to play for as well. I think someone did mention that. There's no 15 gaps. That's why the setups has been so poor. That's the right analysis and insight with it. ES, on the other hand, we have a 15-minute fair value gap here. This unmitigated. So if I were to play it, I think we want to try to retrace back inside before we slam down and rebalance it. He had a 28 win day streak. Well, it's not a win streak. Like, I never had loss. It's like overall green days. This is probably the day where I'm probably not gonna redeem back it. I'm not keeping track of it though. I think that hurts me. But that does feels bad about it. That I wasn't able to get a good trade out of this. Just playing too stupid. Got caught in the price action. Good thing is I did very small size. My normal size would be like 3 contracts. I just did 1 up to 2, and the sizing of the stops were very, very tight at that too. Jason T is like, if this goes up past 2287, I'm screwed. How big of a size are you if you're like that frightened if it does come back to this high? You must be mega size or something. I want to see this through though. If we want to take the highs or lows, and then we'll wrap it up. Yeah, I don't know what happens here. We have a 15-minute immediate gap here. That's why I'm somewhat drawn into. Either we do this or we do like that. That's how I both like it. I just wonder if this breaker was the too tight of a breaker. We're really pushing right now. We're actually really pushing right now. Yeah, recap is I took 2 trades. One of them was I think -5, the other one was -8. Doing smaller size than my normal because it's just so bad. So I total basically -12, -13 points. So like I theoretically could be green if I just look for a winner, which I don't think I will find one today. That's what happens. Like you'll take small losers, and then if there's a good play, you'll get like 20 points out of it, or maybe more than that, and then you actually be up on the day because of it. That's what I do all the time. Or I try to go for that because we're going for risk reward. And many times, let's say you do 1-to-1 risk reward, you'll hit that 1-to-1, but you don't sell it because you're looking for a bigger risk reward, and then you end up red on it. So that's the trade-off there too. Oh, we're looking like we're gonna pump it. It looks like we're gonna pump off this breaker that just reclaimed itself. Do you not trade power? No, I think power trading for me is awful. All right, we'll do a giveaway for the day though. We're gonna just do a My Fun Futures one. It's only gonna be qualified for those who, for My Fun Futures. If you already won a few My Fun Futures already, the firm told me that they're not gonna let you get another account. So if you won like more than one already, we might have to give you something else. This looks good. Honestly, this actually looks good for, because I have so many failed attempts here. We have some lows down here. Out of this internal low. It looks so bad on the 1, but 30-second. We're just gonna do the giveaway. I don't think I'm taking anything here. I want to see this played through the downside though. I'm rooting for the downside. Yes, it looks like it's gonna draw lower too. Yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah, for this My Fun Futures giveaway, if you already won previously, then you can't do it again. They want new people to win this giveaway. Some of you guys won the My Fun Futures like 3 times already. I see the previous conversation on the Discord. I'm like, oh, congrats, you won. And you won again. You won again. And like last month, and 3 months ago, and 6 months ago, they don't want you to win that many times over. You switched your bias first, said bullish off of breaker, now looking for lows. That's what happens. That's what happens when we're choppy. Because I was actually looking for longs or a upside push, but this bullish breaker got violated with this move down. I guess I killed my stop early here for 5 points. I wanted a simple retrace for lower. It didn't do that either. And now we're also chopping back and forth. So I don't think a clear bias works right now. I'm trying to stay nimble, but it's hard. All right, I'll give you guys like 3 minutes and then we'll pick the winner and we'll wrap this stream up. Do you teach in your Discord? I think we teach more in Discord than any other space because I am able to give my setups and explain them real time through AM when I'm not streaming. So it'll be like any trades, ideas. Wow, these lows, man. These lows are just building up. I'm actually kind of impressed how well they're trying to hold this. I think ES is about to impulse through these lows and all day 16 now. Who's the shorts up here is looking to be a hero and try to slam these? I'm gonna delete some of my charts though. These charts are ugly now for me getting chopped up. That's better. Okay, we'll pick the winner now. Alex win. I'll give Alex 3-4 minutes to respond. If not, we'll re-roll. Alex win. And yeah, wait. I need to see if Alex did respond. If you already won one before, you're not qualified to win again. That's the thing with this one. Let's give him a minute. I'll give you till 3:06. How serious are you guys who think this is actually rigged though? I can't tell if this is like just for fun or you actually believe this is rigged, because there's probably like 200 people, different winners, and maybe like 50 guys right now watching can speak to that you won before. It's obviously your cousin. Yeah, I mean, the obvious would be if he would respond, but I don't think he's responding. So he has 1 more minute to claim it, or we're gonna re-roll. We're finally getting a nice displacement here. This is good here. This was like the previous stop here near the highs. Did he comment yet, guys? You guys are talking really fast. So I might be missing it. Alex R. That's not you. Okay, so since you guys think it's rigged, let's just pick a number. Everyone pick one number. If you pick twice, 1 to 100. If you pick twice, we're not gonna count it, even if you delete it. Number generator. All right, since you guys think it's fake. So sad. 39. Let's see who gets 39. I'm gonna showcase it with the stream on. I should have gave you guys more time to do it. Damn, I should have gave you more time. I might just go with the closest one before everyone starts spamming 39. So you guys say 37. That might be the closest one so far. 35. Does anyone have 38 or 40? Pick a number here. Okay, I'm gonna go for whoever's plus or 1 minus. 32. I forgot to give you guys time to guess. 35. Should I give 35? I'm gonna keep on scrolling down. I kind of messed up there. 30, 34, 30, 37. 37 is close. That might be the closest one at Oga. 37 again. Yeah, everyone starts spamming 39 right here, so that's... Let's just do it again. We're gonna... No, damn. No, I'm gonna have to give it to Olga, I feel like. Well, unless you guys see... Did someone say 39 before the time hit? Wait, who's 40 then? Where's the 40? What's the name? I'll give it to him. I think I just missed it. Who the heck is 40? Did I miss it? I didn't see it. Where the hell is 40? Am I tripping? Oh, okay, let's give it to this guy then. It's HPAT. Okay, there we go. We got it. We got it. See, at least you guys are rooting for the right person. You guys are not just like, let's reroll because it's not me. You guys are there for the right person. All right, HPAT, where are you at? HPAT. Okay, HPAT, DM me on Discord. I'll give you the count. We're gonna wrap this up here, guys. ES did impulse these lows while we're doing the giveaway. What a shame, though. I think our early intro was like a short at 380 or 280, stop at 87. It went just a few times above the stop, and now we're starting to slam down. Oh, is he a previous winner? No way. Yeah, HPAT, if you're a previous winner, I don't think you're qualified for this one. They're not gonna let me give you another count. Did he say that? Oh, you're a previous winner. Okay, what do you want to do, HPAT? Do you want to redo it, or do you want to give it to a random person on the stream? It'll be up to you. I'm not gonna let you choose it. Pick someone else. Pick someone else. I can't do numbers again. They're just gonna show. Okay, yeah, this guy's a previous winner. HPAT, right? HPAT. Maybe you can pick someone. Pick anyone on the stream. I don't want to let this happen. Pick a username on the stream right now, and if they respond, I'll give it to them. Any username that you like. We're gonna give it to HPAT. Opportunity to choose. Oh no, he said please do it. Okay. Okay. Frick. What do I do? Alright. How about this? You guys can spam the chat. And then I'm gonna click on one profile. I'm gonna click it when it hits 10 or 11, 20 seconds. Uh, 10, 50, 10 more seconds, 10 more seconds. It's so chaotic. I mean, it's $80 basically for the count. Here we go. Wait, no way. I think I clicked HPAT again, but then we clicked it on this guy now. ST. Oh, replay that. That was crazy. Okay, all right, stop spamming. We're gonna give it to STJ. Did you guys see that? I'm about to see the replay because I think I saw it. It hit HPAT again. I don't know what if he was entering again, but I clicked it. But we're gonna give it to ST. Wait, what's the name? STJ. Why is HPAT spamming? Dude, no way HPAT won twice. Okay, STJ, just DM me. We're gonna wrap this up. If not, if STJ doesn't respond and you have to prove it, if you're the right username, we're just gonna do 2 giveaways tomorrow. Alright, that's it. That's good. You guys are chaotic. We're gonna wrap this up. Have a good one, guys.